out how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
You're listening to the Wrestlebread podcast.
Cut the shit.
How many red carpets you guys want to walk in your $4,000 ridiculous heels? You will never be able to lace up my Chuck Taylor.
This is your fault. This is your fault.
I didn't get mad when you stole all my moves.
Your daddy's not here anymore.
How was your movie, by the way? I missed it.
Mine went straight to DVD, just like yours.
Careful you don't hurt your neck again going through those ropes.
Oh, it would help if you could see me. That's what happens when you start chatting it up during the intro. What is going on, guys? My name is JD, the first effing lady of the Bloodline Entertainment Network, and this is episode 198 of the Wrestlebread broadcast. And my brother's keeper. As you see, it is all about what I've been wanting for so long. We are finally getting it. And as you see, I am not alone. It's the viral sensation of this week. He went viral on Twitter and TikTok for his hot takes, which of course got other people riled up because he is the #1 fan of the Tribal Chief. He will stand for his Tribal Chief no matter what all of half of TikTok say, no matter how many people sit there and stitch his videos and sit there and put the thumbs down on his tweets. He will stand tall for his Tribal Chief. Okay. And that is Devin. How are you doing?
What's going on, First Lady? You know, since we're doing SummerSlam, it wouldn't be right if I couldn't just give my breakdown of the hashtag Forever Champ, hashtag Champions All Champions, hashtag No One Beats My Tribal Chief. Get those ones up. But
Forever.
yes, forever.
So let it be known
Yes.
that clip will be played a few times tonight.
Oh man, but it's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be a good night, and I can't wait to break this down, especially with my bloodline sister. So I appreciate the invite of coming through, or mostly I kind of invited myself. And I was like, "Hey, want to tag team this?"
Of course, you went viral this week. You went viral. And I know everybody's gonna have a hot take. First of all, shout out to the chat, the early birds,
The
of
chat
course.
going up.
Of course. What's going on? Courtney with the first comment. What's up, First Lady? Thank you so much for tuning in. And then Devin himself. It's hype. You can tell he has a lot to say tonight. Okay. What's going on, Kayla? Thank you so much for tuning in. What's up, Cage? My IQ.
Lieutenant Dan.
Dirty Dan #1. All right. In the weeds, sitting there giving out the hot takes and everything. And then all the way from the future, he already knows what we're about to say, okay? Because he's from the future.
Yep.
And it's time from the broadcast podcast. What's good, JD and Devin? And now everybody's realizing, oh shit.
It's all good. Acknowledge the First Lady. Everybody's
like, oh, whoa, Devin's here too. What's going on, Tim? What's good, family? Make sure y'all check out the AEW Dynamite review from last night. Okay, they had a lot of great things to say. And then from Towley, what's going on? I missed you, JD. Well, we're here. We are here.
Yes.
And then Courtney once again. And then, of course, make sure you join the Discord. We have a Discord going on. Make sure you join it today to receive updates, connect with us, have a safe space for conversation and insight. Listen, if you don't agree with some of the things that we say, it is okay. We can have a good debate going back and forth. Hey, this is my point, this is your point, and everything like that. But, you know, we all know that when it comes to the Tribal Chief,
Forever.
that's okay.
And as well, when it comes to your wrestling opinion.
I'm not making myself clear. I don't give a fuck.
But still, be sure to join the Discord. It's a lot of fun as we all talk in there. Hashtag we the ones, and you'll see the Discord information in the chat. So be sure to go check it out as well.
Just popping.
Yes. What's going on? Faction Cast, what's going on? Thank you for coming in and tuning in, of course. And then what's going on, Angela? Thank you for tuning in.
Oh, wifey in the
Tribal
building.
wife.
I gotta acknowledge my wifey. What's up,
Yeah,
wifey?
you
What's
should.
up? Hey. What's going on? Acknowledge the wifey in the chat. Get the ones up in the chat for the wifey.
Right. Thank you for tuning in. And then just in time, because he is just in time, salute to the first effing lady and the tribal chief. And then as Courtney says, the Discord is litty. Be sure to hop on in and get the chat going of how you feel about SummerSlam, how you feel about the fallout from it as well. And what is going to happen on SmackDown. Everybody's sitting here upset about what's going on. Let's see how many of y'all going to tune in on SmackDown to find out what really happened, okay? And as I am sitting here wearing Jimmy's shirt, because he is nobody's bitch. But before we get into all of the breakdown and everything like that, we got something to tell y'all. Stay tuned.
Yo, what's good, brother? You ready to live stream?
Oh man, I just don't know. I'm feeling real low on energy right now.
What? You know what, man? I know exactly what you need. You need some W energy. Let me send you some W energy right now.
W who? W what? W energy? What's that?
What's W energy drink you say, Tim? W is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or against like other energy drinks. W energy drink contains no maltodextrin fillers and don't use artificial dyes. W energy drink also contains vitamins, amino acids, nootropic, and 150 milligrams caffeine. Here, Tim, try W's energy drink, latest flavor, Dragonade. How do you feel?
Yo! Oh, I'm feeling so much better. Damn, where do I get some more of that W from?
Oh, that's what's up. Just go to the awesome website, w.gg, and use our special code Bloodline1 and get 10% off right now.
That's right. Be sure to check it all out, okay? And shout out to TK and Devin for that awesome commercial, okay? If that don't make you guys want to go out and get some W, I don't know what to tell y'all.
Shout out to the right hand
whether
man.
to
Zoom
in or not.
Man.
That's
My
right.
brother.
Shout out to
He
TK.
killed that. He killed that W. I want some of that W.
Okay. Strong enough to bring out bangers.
Yes.
As TK always say.
Banger.
And then, first of all, shout out to Dom coming in. Oh, snap. The Queen of Philly and the Tribal Chief. My night is made. Let's effing go. What's going on, Psycho? Thank you so much for tuning in. And then one more thing. First of all, we got merch. If you don't know, I think the sale is over by now.
It is.
Yeah. Sale's over. Sorry. If you missed it, that's on you. But what you should still do is go and check out the website, and that is bloodline.com/merch for everything. First of all, we got t-shirts, we got tank tops for those who like to show the guns in the sun. You only got a few weeks left of summer, so you don't got that much time to show them off. We also got V-necks for those who like it a little spicy. We got shirts for the babies. Get the little onesies for your little ones as well. And of course, the biggest thing that Devin always say, we got beach towels.
Beach towels.
Ass off the sand, okay? Especially those on the East Coast who likes to go to the shore. Be sure to go and get you a beach towel. Make sure, sand gets everywhere, as Anakin says. It gets everywhere in his course, and he hates it. And it's, if you get sand all over you, you would probably hate it too. So be sure to go and check out the website, all right? That is bloodlinenetwork.com/merch. Look at them t-shirts. Come on now. We got it in a nice red. I don't have it on me. Normally I have my red shirt, but I don't have it on me. But yeah, no, it's not on sale. So ignore that part of it. But bloodlinenetwork.com/merch. Okay. Check out the merchandise and yeah, you'll be acknowledged. Okay.
We will acknowledge you for wearing the merch.
Exactly. I mean, wouldn't it be cool if you are just, you could easily just be walking down the street. If somebody sits there and look at you all crazy, I mean, you could pretty much just sit there and be
Acknowledging me.
you can do that.
I still can't get over the clip. He walked in the title's hitting the tables and shit while he walks away. He mad as hell. He didn't get acknowledged.
That's right. You can do that with our t-shirts. You could just go up to someone and say, acknowledge me. Now, the titles are, sold separately in stores and everything. So you can't reenact the title portion, but you can sit there and say, hey, acknowledge me. And we're getting shout outs for the commercial. Angela said, you guys killed that commercial.
Thank you, babe. Thank you, babe. I'm putting one up for that.
Yes. And then we also got Courtney. The commercials are so good. And then Fact Guess. I'm trying to be like y'all when I grow up. But yes, like I said, we had SummerSlam was completely crazy, of course. And normally I like to go in order, but I'm like, listen, people were heated with that finish. Let me see. I think I had some news, little snippets, stuff like that came up before we get into
the good stuff.
The good stuff, of course, because I am going to start with the tribal court match first. I was going to leave it for last, but I decided to start with it first. Kayla says, gets me every time with the commercial.
Some of that W.
But I will have to bit of news that we got, some bad news for some people. First of all that teasing and shit talking that y'all were saying about Buddy Murphy, he done went and proposed to Rhea, and Rhea said yes. Okay. Sorry for a lot of people. I know when soon as everybody read that tweet, everyone's reaction was just,
what the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn!
Yep. So it is what it is. But congratulations to them, though. They got engaged. I was like, he needs to chill it because last time someone got engaged during a whole WWE angle,
it didn't work out so well.
It didn't work out so well. I'm like, you better be careful because Triple H will sit there and get petty, and he'll introduce a whole other storyline for Rhea and Dom, and Buddy's not going to like it at all. And then quickly, so getting over to some AEW news. So apparently, Kenny Omega was top of the list of what WWE most wanted to sign. And that if he was to go over to WWE, he would allegedly be a top guy, similar to on the level of Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, and Brock Lesnar. And that's according to Wrestling Observer newsletter. So take that with as much salt as you.
A bullshit? A bullshit?
Yes, exactly. Take that with all the salt. All right. And then this is from the Young Bucks. Apparently, as far as them re-signing with AEW, it was a majority vote, but they were it sounded like they were split. Apparently, one of the Bucks had to be talked out of retiring. They had to sit there and weigh their options as far as going to WWE versus AEW. And ultimately, they re-signed with AEW. Triple H better than lose creative. Listen, as much as Triple H is cool with creative, he can be a bit petty. He can get petty for some people. Yep, here comes the news from the weeds. That's
Yup.
right. Take this with all the grains of salt that you can. Also, unfortunately, for a lot of us who were hoping she would be good for All In, Jamie Hayter is dealing with various injuries, and apparently her return date could be February 2024, and that's just a rough estimate. And that's also by the Wrestling Observer, so take that with as much salt as you can. And then some news going back to WWE. Devin may like this. Dave Meltzer claims that he is hearing that the goal within WWE is for NXT to beat Dynamite in the 18 to 49 demographic one of these weeks. They want to beat Dynamite, so there's the war that Tony Khan keeps saying. There is the war. I mean, it's a possibility, and this is coming from someone who likes AEW. It is possible because thanks to Dominic, Rhea Ripley, and Rey Mysterio, NXT had its best numbers since April of 2021. And they did 776,000 views last Tuesday. And AEW Dynamite normally is in that 800 range. It can dip down the 700s or go up to 900s, depending on what gets said, but it is possible NXT could beat the ratings. For those who are the ratings fans and loves to look at the ratings and all that other stuff, there you go.
I'm an NXT 2.0 fan. Let's go.
There it is. So yeah, so it's possible that could happen. It is possible it can happen. Dan said, I am not in weeds today. Had to cut the grass. And then the other dirty Dan says, I'm too busy in the weeds to deliver those life news. Exactly what I said. Take it with all the grain of salt that you want. Okay. Take all the grain of salt that you want. Because
you lost me at Metzler. As soon as you said David, man, I was like,
that's what I said. Just take it. Take it, take it for what he says. He swears that he is right 100% of the time, but we all know that. We all know. If you don't know, then you should know.
Yeah.
What's going on, Dylan? Thank you for tuning in. What's good, family?
Solid assassin in that building. What's going on?
Right. And then Dan said, I'm liking the Rhea Ripley Valkyria storyline. I'm liking that too. I really love the fact that they're bringing a lot of people on the main roster to NXT because it really creates a lot of different storylines and feuds, and it helps out, that NXT person. It also kind of like revigorates the person from the top, from the main roster, like Baron Corbin, for example, who has been killing it in NXT to the point that he said he don't even want to go back up to the main roster just yet. He wants the people on the main roster, the fans on the main roster, to miss him a bit, for him to stay in NXT because they're hungry, they're passionate. He's having fun down there. So he wants a bit of a break, a bit of a reset, which I don't blame him for, because we don't need him happy or sad anymore. We just need him to be like the lone wolf, Baron Corbin once again. So I'm happy for him. I'm very happy for him. And then of course we got Dom, our North American champion. Hello, salute him, acknowledge him. Okay, as much as y'all would like to boo him, then that's y'all champion. Dom says NXT 2.0 no mold. I call it the non-colorful NXT. But so that's the bit of news that I pulled. I don't really go into deeply too much news because, like I said, take it for all the grain of salts that you want. So we're gonna get right into it. We're starting off with our SummerSlam review, and we are starting off with the match that everyone keeps talking about, that everyone has such a hot take for, that despite them not liking the Bloodline no more and saying that they're done with it, they tend to use, ironically, a certain thumbnails that has a certain person's face on it, or people on it, which I find very ironic that if you're done with the Bloodline, you're kind of using the Bloodline to get your little clicks and stuff like that. But I digress. And that is the tribal combat between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso with the amazing match. I was a little confused with the rules. Apparently, there weren't supposed to be any family members there, but then Solo came and interfered in the match. And I was like, okay, maybe don't know what happened, but whatever. Um, he interfered in the match, and then we thought we had a 1, 2, 3 until Jey Uso got pulled out of the ring by a mystery person, and that person ended up being Jimmy Uso. And in case if you was unsure whether or not he was turning on Jay, he sat there and super kicked the shit out of Jay, rolled him in the ring, and people missed. He did not celebrate with Roman Reigns. So this is not, I don't think this is him rejoining the bloodline. Okay. So people need to calm down of, oh, I thought he did this, that, and the third. He didn't celebrate with Roman Reigns. Normally, the new person who joins Roman Reigns celebrates with Roman Reigns. He just rolled Jay into the ring and he bounced. Probably got in the fucking car with his dad. Okay. And so we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens at SmackDown. Maybe he'll sit there and said, I did it for the people. I did it for The Rock, like his dad did all those years ago. But very interesting match. First of all, I'm very happy with the finish of it and the fact that we got the turn. Jimmy letting everyone know he is nobody's bitch.
And then Tribal Chief, she's just, what he does. It's gonna be a fun show.
It is gonna be a fun show. But yeah, what's your thoughts on the match? Even so, you went viral, of course. So you let you go with your thoughts. And then, of course,
I didn't think it would do anything. I'm just, hey, let me point out some of the clues because everybody just, they missing the
message.
That's what they was missing, because nowadays, what's wrestling fans? They're all about the destination. They want to figure it out. They want to traject the destination. Just want to enjoy the ride. They don't want to sightsee. They don't want to see the mountains. They don't want to see the hills or nothing like that. They're like, Dad, Mom, are we there yet? No, shut the fuck up. Enjoy the scenery. Look out the window. Breathe.
They're mad tweeting.
Taste some air. Taste the air. Taste it. And they don't want to do that. But I enjoyed it because I don't care. I love my tribal chief. Just like Paul Heyman. He loves his tribal chief. I love my tribal chief. All right. I don't care what anyone says. This was a phenomenal fucking match. It had me roller coaster up and down. It was a moment that I thought Jay was going to pull it off. They was like, well, what are you talking about? It was predictable. Hey, I'm just enjoying the ride. I'm not about the destination. So that's just me. So that's how I'm able to have fun with wrestling nowadays. Because I just throw out the destination. I'm just here for the ride, and then I critique later. And that's what I'm doing. Because the tribal rules, yeah, that got, I was like, what the hell is this? Okay, I'm with it, though. I guess we don't need it. But the match, the story, it was violent as hell. Some of the spots, when Jay was beating my tribal chief with that kendo stick, I was worried. I was concerned. I was telling Jay to stop it. Stop it. All right. And cheap plug, by the way, check out our watch along.
Yes.
Yes, check out our watch along for SummerSlam on the Bloodline Entertainment Network. You can see that it was fire. We had an amazing time. So check out all of our reactions. The 9999 for Rhonda.
Yes.
Pretty much everyone is in unison. So that was great. But just check it out. But Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, it was a beautiful match, and the ending was just yes. And scrumptious too. It was scrumptious. I could tell Papa H this. Yes, scrumptious because that swerve, that fucking swerve from Jimmy. Because I was like, who is this? I was like, is this another bloodline? Is this other? Is this a cousin I don't know about? Because they got a whole bunch of family members. Is that the other dude from LAW? Jacob Fatu? Is this that dude? I didn't know. So he puts down the mask and you see it's Jimmy. And I was like, holy shit. And then I wasn't even thinking about anything. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And I see Jay. He's just on the ground looking at his brother. Couldn't believe he's in shock. And they been staring at each other. And Jimmy just, for a moment, it's like, fuck this. Wow, his own brother. his own brother. But there were signs. They were signs, yes, like the nobody's bitch. There were signs. Even a few weeks ago, when he called himself the tribal chief with his brother in the ring right next to him. He called himself the tribal chief. So it was clearly obvious signs. If you missed it, that's too bad. Sucks to be you. I love wrestling because I like to have fun with it. I don't take it serious too.
Exactly.
That is my not my conclusion, but that's right now. That's my synopsis of the match right now. But the tribal chief, he is really not the villain. He is the hero in this story. He's been. You think, oh, he's a manipulator. He's a narcissist. He is telling the truth. He's telling the truth. Either you like it or don't. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's up to you. They're getting in their feelings. He told Jay the truth about, hey, your brother, he's an anchor. I'm the wings. I'm gonna lift you up, brother. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I can put on a mask too. He gonna show you all that brotherly love. Yeah. Hey, I can do it too. I can put on a mask too. I was like, holy shit. Holy shit. He saw it. The tribal chief, he sees everything. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to observe. You're supposed to watch. You're supposed to let people know. And that's what happened.
Exactly.
Speaking of Paul Heyman. Coming over for now.
Graydon coming in. I'm sorry I'm late. My tribal chief said just like Paul Heyman. What's going on, Graydon?
Oh, Graydon, the bin buster in the building. What's up, brother?
We got streets. Hey, yo. Streets. Like I always say, if you are into fantasy baseball, fantasy football, if you don't know who to draft, like yours truly, I still got to research. Go to the streets. And then, of course, Nick. What's good, family? Yes. What is going on, Nick? Thank you so much for tuning in. As the Phillies had a no-hitter. No-hitter. 124 pitch. I watched the highlights this week. It was amazing. Wish I was at that game, but of course it was a night game. I don't do night games. But it's okay. But yeah, what's going on, guys? Everyone coming in and showing love. Thank you guys for tuning in as we watch sermon number 1. From Devin.
Part 1. Just
part 1. Yes,
a little
exactly.
Bit, little samples, little sample taste.
Tribal chief. But yeah, so I really appreciated the fact that we got another notch to the bloodline. Listen, people are upset that, it was predictable. First of all, WWE had you guys y'all thought so hard that fucking Sami Zayn was going to win at Elimination Chamber, even though we had Roman versus Cody that was announced, storylines and everything at WrestleMania, and y'all still had the thought that maybe it would be Sami Zayn versus Cody Rhodes. Okay, so don't give me the whole, this, that, and the third, because y'all were also saying, there was people that was sitting there saying, they first went against each other at SummerSlam. It's going to end at SummerSlam, and for Jay to, come into next in line and this, that, and the third. And so y'all confusing. As Dan Bryan say, fickle. All right.
Yes. Fickle ass fans.
All right. Because y'all want Roman versus Cody at Mania 40. In order for that to happen, Roman has to retain the title until Mania 40. Because y'all don't want him to lose to anyone else. Y'all want Cody to be the one to lose the title. Because we all know for Roman to have this long of a reign, if he loses it, it's going to happen at WrestleMania. It has to happen in front of the biggest audience for him to have held this title for so long and have the storyline. Like for people to sit there and say they are tired of the story. He has held the belt at 3 years at this point, and y'all still talk about the bloodline. The bloodline is on y'all thumbnails. The bloodline is y'all tweets. Okay, y'all sit there and do reactions to him and everything like that. Y'all sit there and do the ones in the air and say acknowledge me and everything like that. This storyline has put people over. First of all, I will have to say, and I'm putting the fickle fans out there. Y'all have not been singing the Usos theme. The Usos had this theme for years, and all of a sudden, y'all sitting there rocking it out. Wow. Y'all just like the 8 Mile crowd. So I'm like, y'all weren't like this last year, okay? Y'all was not like this last year. They had the same damn song and everything, same words. Y'all was not singing their theme until now. So this is why the bloodline still remains. Because look how y'all reacting to people who are going against Roman Reigns, okay? Y'all now all of a sudden, oh, day one, all this other stuff. Now y'all Uso family and everything. Y'all wasn't rocking with Sami Zayn until he got with the bloodline, until he was the honorary Uso and was feeling Uso and everything like that. Y'all sitting there, y'all yada yada yada. Y'all are more upset about Becky and Trish not being on the show than Sami Zayn not being on the show. So y'all, the fickle fans ain't ready for that conversation.
Fickle fans. You know, I got a perfect clip for this, you fickle ass fans.
Oh, call declined. Embarrassing. Call was
Exactly. Like y'all not ready for that. And then y'all didn't care to y'all liked KO and Sami Zayn beforehand. Faction Cast said there were people who were definitely behind Sami Zayn before the storyline, of course. And there were people who were upset that he went against Johnny Knoxville. There were people. I mean, and I'm not even talking about those type of people, but there were people who didn't really care about Sami Zayn until he joined the Bloodline. Like when whatever Sami Zayn does, he does it amazingly. When he was the psychotic guy, looking like Castro and everything like that before, he did an amazing job with that. Everything he does amazingly. But there were people who did not like him during that period of time. They didn't really care for him during that period of time. There were people who didn't care for him last year at WrestleMania that suddenly now care for him, or like honorary Uso and Usi and all this other stuff, who don't even speak about him now. Like since he has left the Bloodline, they won the titles, and now it's him and KO. People aren't harping for the fact that they weren't on the premium live events. I keep wanting to that they weren't on there. So I'm not talking to those fans who are definitely behind Sami and is just consistent with him. These are the fans that are like up and down with him. So, and people could care less with some of the, when I forgot the other person I was going to bring up.
KO?
No, I mentioned KO too. It was someone else. It wasn't Cody, because people were hot for Cody since he came back.
So the people he faced, you got Rey Mysterio for Tribal Chief.
Yeah. But it was pretty much a lot of people who he went against. All of a sudden, they became fans of him. But that really shows how good of a heel Roman Reigns is. Like if people who he goes against suddenly become white hot to the point that y'all sitting there singing theme songs and rocking the shirts and all this other stuff, and y'all cheering for them louder than I ever heard y'all cheer for them before, that goes to show how good of a heel this person is. That y'all hate him so much that y'all creating fucking chants and songs that I never heard in my life before. The whole "if you hate Roman, stand up." You know, KO is injured, and that's why they weren't. But they could have had Sami Zayn on. They could have had Sami Zayn on a one-on-one match or something like that. I don't even think he was in the Slim Jim Battle Royal.
Oh no, he wasn't. Nope.
Yeah, so they could have put him in there. They could have put him in there. They could have had him doing, just a throw together tag team or, triple threat or something like that. Because they weren't on. I don't think they were on the last pay-per-view either. Like they just been kind of stagnant. Like they just had him do the triple threat just now. Now he's like, getting into it. But when KO wasn't injured, they really didn't have a lot going on. Yes, Drew McIntyre. That is the person I was thinking about.
Drew. That's right.
That is the person I was thinking about, Drew McIntyre. I didn't mind that Trish and Becky wasn't on the show. No, so of course, if you guys didn't check out the press conference afterwards, Triple H is getting tired of some of these fans.
Call him out.
He's getting tired of these fans, and he is getting tired of some of these. He's getting tired of some of the reporters too, because there was someone who asked him about the Trish and Becky, how they were not on the show, and he was like, "Who announced that they were on the show?" He's like, "I never announced that they were on the show." Pretty much was like, y'all the ones who said they were on the show. y'all the ones that said that they were on the show and was not put on the show. He was like, I didn't make any announcement that they were on the show.
But Fightful.com reported.
Dance, puppets! Dance!
Exactly. And so he was like, I didn't report it. And they even asked about how Austin Theory has been on the pay-per-view, like I kind of said. And he sat there and was like, just because he wasn't on pay-per-view, he's like, look, 5 weeks from now, we got payback. 5 weeks after that, we have another pay-per-view. He was like, just because they're not on this premium live event doesn't mean that they're not on the other premium live event. And then he said thank you to the guy who asked about Trish and Becky as if a fuck you. And I feel like in Triple H's head, he was just
So suck it, suck it, suck it.
That's what he was thinking. That's what he was thinking. TK said, I've been down since day one. They never been over to this level. I've been saying they're the best tag team in the world for like 8 years. Exactly. I've been a fan of the Usos. I've been waiting for them to go against each other forever. I've been waiting. Yes, Gus, I love Psyched. So when I saw that clip, I'm using that. That is being used.
I haven't used that clip since Clash of the Castle. So I forgot all about that. I was like, what? I forgot about this clip, but
yeah,
good on you. Good on this lady.
I had to look through the clips. I was like, these clips look familiar. I just don't know what part. Like, what are these saying? But Dirty Dan came out of the weeds, reported it, and lost another title match.
Play the suck it clip.
Play the suck it clip one more time for the champ.
We got requests.
We have a request. Ask and you shall receive.
So suck it, suck it, suck it.
There you go, champ.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And shout out to Papa H for that response, because he was thinking business first and everybody's all emotional. What about Trish? What about Austin? Like, he's in Battle Royale. We got a pay-per-view. Business. Hey, people can't remove emotion sometimes.
No, but there is a match that he could have just removed and put back. We're gonna get to that a little later. But yeah, so I'm excited about this. And people were very upset at this finish and like why Jimmy didn't make sense. And I was like, let's just figure this out. And you did have that clip of what Roman was saying. That was like, that's really how I felt what happened. I forgot which Uso it was. I don't know if it was Jimmy or Jay, but one of them wanted to keep the family together. They was just mainly like, you have been to Roman, that you just have been manipulating everyone. You know, you're doing too much. And let's just get back to the basics. Let's get back to what the bloodline was about. You know, that we were, before everybody started turning and things like that, that it was about family. Okay, cue Dominic Toretto. That they were about family and it was about being together and staying together. You're writing that down.
Family, yeah. You saw I knew it. You caught me. You caught me red-handed. Like I said,
he was about family. And so and I forgot which one it was. I think it was Jimmy, because I think he was explaining the reason why he turned on Roman is because pretty much like you was getting manipulative. You was doing too much. And the bloodline was basically about family and staying together. And so what Roman, and then, you know, when Jimmy got attacked and got kicked out, Jay was about, you know, getting payback for his brother. But then it suddenly turned to him trying to go after the tribal chief title. And he went to the elders to get it. Like the elders didn't come to him. Well, I mean, the elders requested it, but it felt like he went to the elders to request this, because Roman didn't even double check, because he was like, they okayed this. And he was like, they're the ones who said it. And it's like, I feel like there's missing information, because it seemed like Roman didn't check to see if this was legit.
I agree.
It seemed like Jay could have possibly went behind people's back and requested it. Or he may not even requested this at all, that it was just, you know, him asking for this on his own. And so it was a clip that Devin went viral for, that everyone got very hurt about, of Roman cutting a promo. I forgot when this was. I believe it may have been before Money in the Bank when they were going against the Usos. He basically was telling Jay, you can't be a brother and the tribal chief at the same time. And he also brought up the fact that when Jay was the right-hand man, the person who didn't like it was Jimmy. So I feel like this isn't about like Jimmy rejoining the bloodline or being jealous that Jay was next in line for the tribal chief, which it will be a waste. It will be a complete waste if that's where they're going. I feel like that Jimmy turned on Jay because what Jay was trying to do is not aligned what he's trying to do. Jay all of a sudden wants to go after the tribal chief and the title instead of trying to bring the family back together again, like they probably originally was trying to do. It's like you got, our brother going against us. You got, Roman going against us. There's now this big divide in the family when we know that the family is about staying together. Big ass family. They're all about staying together and, keeping, paying attention to, keeping on each other, making sure they're watching each other's back and stuff like that. So I feel like that's the reason why Jimmy turned on Jay, because it's like now all of a sudden your mind is going towards becoming a tribal chief instead of trying to get our brother and Roman to come back to the good side. So I feel like that's what it is. And then on top of that, something that a lot of people didn't see, the Usos had an interview with Ariel Hawaii, and I forgot when it was aired. I forgot when it came to. And they mentioned that their ultimate goal, something that they've been asking for years, was to go against each other. They want their ultimate match is Uso versus Uso at WrestleMania. So it's not like this kind of came out of nowhere. They've been asking for a long ass time to go against each other. And like I said, I don't think this is like a breakup or anything like that. I think that they just want that 101. Jimmy attacked Jay because he said, "Who the fuck do you think you are? You, the tribal chief? Haha, please." It could be that too. It could be that. Like I said, I think it's just the fact that it was like Jimmy didn't have a problem until Jay went after the tribal chief. That's when we saw that turn with Jimmy. Even tickled down to Zilla Fatu. Trickled down to Zilla Fatu. Yeah. I feel like it's not a jealousy thing. I think it's the fact that Jay started to go after the tribal chief. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Usos wanted to feud each other for a long time. And people are like, I don't want that and stuff like that. And I'm like, y'all don't know what this could be. The fact that they want to face each other for years, that means they're going to put on a good ass match. Don't think Bellas. I think that's why people are against it. They're thinking Bellas. No, think of Brett versus Owen. Think of two brothers who are good at what they do, and they want to put on the best fucking match ever. Every time they are in a feud or they're in a match, they were the number one tag team voted at one point. Like, y'all can't sit here and tell me that these two are not going to tear the house down if they're going against each other. And even though they did ask for it to be at WrestleMania, this could be a long feud. This could be a triple threat or fatal four-way match between everyone. It could, last. We could get a War Games match out of them, team versus.
Don't tease me like that. Don't tease me like that.
Book it, Triple H. If there's a WWE insider, there you go. I take commission for that idea. Courtney said that's a classic. Yes, I've like Brett versus Owen, SummerSlam, and Brett versus Owen at WrestleMania. That could easily be the Usos. Great point. I can't wait to see it. Exactly. Like, they can definitely tear the house down together. And it's something that could last to Mania if they play their cards right. If, they have a Team J versus Team J versus Team Uso for Survivor Series. And kind of tease it a bit. When they wanted Cody versus Roman, they sat there and teased it and weaved their way and stuff like that. You could easily do something like that.
I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want the Usos at WrestleMania. I can't wait. I don't want that.
I know. I can't. I just want them to feud each other. And I mean, we've seen it happen with Brett versus Owen. it went from WrestleMania to SummerSlam, or SummerSlam to WrestleMania. I forget which way it went. But they at least had a number of matches going against each other. And you could even have WrestleMania Uso versus Uso in a Hell in a Cell or something. Like, we could escalate it to that. You know what I mean? So I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. And like I said, it could be an easy feud. Hey, I'm not fucking with you right now. I just want to beat your ass real quick, just like any family has. You know, I want to slap you up real quick. You're getting on my damn nerves. You're doing the wrong thing. Let me slap you up real quick, and then we cool afterwards. They can get back together. I mean, look what Brett and Owen did. They were cool afterwards. The Heart Foundation came back together. So people was like, oh, they broke it up. Like, look how many times KO and Sami Zayn fought each other, broke up, came back together, broke up. Now they're tag team champions.
Great point.
Yeah, we had the Usos together since they came to WWE, and they have been together for the longest of time. There were a few times there was a singles run if one of them were injured or something like that, like we saw in the Bloodline storyline, but they never split up. They never faced each other, and it's been a very fucking long time. They've been in WWE for a very long time. So I feel like it is time. And like I said, also, too, a little bit of news that I found. WrestleVotes, take this with a grain of salt, claims that they heard one creative force backstage wants WWE to wait until WrestleMania to do the first brother versus brother match, but it's unlikely because that's a long time. That's a long time. Unless someone gets injured, quote unquote, and they take time off until the Rumble and then come back, but that's like a 6-month wait, which is purely impossible unless someone is actually like legit injured. So, but we can have multiple matches out of these two. What's your thoughts on this?
First of all, I think the best way to have the brother versus brother, I think we mentioned this in the pre-show when we was doing, is to have the fatal 4-way. Mm-hmm. Everybody's trying to go for the chief title. Everybody feeling themselves. Then, Roman's just going to shut that shit down, stand tall. Then he's going to go off into the sunset. And then we can tree branch into Jimmy versus Jay, so they can figure out their emotional issues with each other. When you think about it, this is one fucked up family.
Yeah.
they got issues, but I'm down for the story. I'm down for this journey, especially between these two. I can't wait if we get a 4-way just to see all that come together. Man, his tribal chief, you make sure your family eat, bro. Hey, respect. But I want to see Jimmy versus Jay. This is, you get the one of the best wrestlers. Now they're gonna do a singles competition. So why the hell not? It makes logically sound ideal to me. I don't see what's the problem. I don't want that. I can't wait. Are we there yet? Shut the hell up.
I want me, mine, now.
Why you can't wait?
Exactly.
Just be patient. You used to tell me that. Be patient on the AEW's women. I was patient for 5 years. For 5 damn years.
Been patient. 200 episodes of Dynamite later. We took one step forward, one step for womankind, and then 3 steps back afterwards. Courtney said, I've been wanting Jimmy versus Jay versus Solo. I want to see that so bad. That's going to be a really good triple threat match. I mean, y'all got to think about it. These are brothers. They can sit there. They can fucking practice this shit for a full 24 hours. You could push it to Mania, but you have to write off one for a while and have Jimmy go on a tear. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You would have to write off someone for them to come back. But I highly doubt they're going to do that. I think we're going to get the feud against them pretty soon. I mean, like I said, they can do a War Games match between them two and kind of like, tease it a little bit, where you have the War Games match, Team Jay versus Team Jimmy, and go like that, and do it that way. And is that because you'll have multiple people in the match, you can kind of do a little bit of a tease of Jimmy versus Jay for a few minutes to get people to want it, and then just kind of like go from there.
Facts.
Kind of go from there. But yeah, so that was the ending that got a lot of people heated. But the bloodline storyline is the cash cow of WWE. Like, it's been the biggest t-shirt selling whenever, anything bloodline related appears on SmackDown. People want to tune in. People want to talk about it. People are analyzing the little subtlety and the little hints that's being thrown out during this segment, that and the third, and who's going to turn and everything like that. And WWE, this is like their biggest thing for the longest of time that's been consistent, like a 3-year storyline that people weren't exactly tired of, to the point that they just stopped watching, stopped buying shirts, stopped caring, everything like that. TK says Jay, KO, Sammy versus Roman, Solo, Jimmy. I don't know. Like, I would love to see how they would get Jimmy to join Roman's side at a certain point. It could be Roman manipulating Jimmy and say, "Look, I want the family to be back together." I can definitely see him cut that promo.
He actually want that though. The tribal chief, he wants this.
I wanted this. No, you didn't.
Togetherness, family.
Exactly. He wants the family together. So I can see how he can get Jimmy onto his side, with Jimmy being mad at Jay. And they could throw somebody on there. They could bring up some people from NXT and have them like the honorary Uso and whatnot. Because I can't think of any other family members that they can bring over. Milk the cow. Yeah, definitely. They're gonna milk that. They're gonna milk it, because after this, there's gonna be such a big void. People are gonna complain that SmackDown's boring, all this other stuff. There's not gonna be a big heel to hate. Like, who else besides Dominic, of course, is getting a full ass song of "If You Hate Roman, Stand Up"? Like a full ass song, or "Fuck Roman" and all that stuff. You need a very good heel to really get people to react to. And so once the bloodline is done and over with, Roman goes on a much needed vacation and everything like that, it's going to be a big void to fill for there to be such a compelling storyline. Like, we haven't had a long lasting, interesting storyline for a long time. Maybe since CM Punk, maybe, or no, Daniel Bryan. No, Daniel Bryan lasted for like a year. It's only lasted for about a year. And CM Punk didn't last that long either. So maybe since McMahon versus Stone Cold.
I was just about to say that. That's
a long storyline that people just love to talk about and very interested in, and all the different, scenarios that happens. Like, I really can't think of one. Or "Take Off Your Shoe." Yes, that one tripped me the fuck out. "Take off your shoe if you hate Roman." I need people to explain how they came up with that. And it was people legit taking off their shoes and everything. I'm like, how did y'all come up with this? Like, how did y'all? Because normally, when I went to wrestling shows in Philly, it always like one person who tries to try to start a chant, and they'll get like 5 people with them, and then it's just dead in the water.
Yeah, that's happening
dead in the water
at Allstate. Like, you be there, and then sometimes your section, come on, and then, fuck that dude.
Like, they even try to get an Eagles chant going, and there's probably like a small section that'll do it to enough that you can hear it on TV, but it's not the whole stadium participating. You don't see people in Philly, doing the Eagles arms and stuff like that, like you would probably see overseas and everything like that. TK said Cody and Seth with Jay, Balor and Priest on Jimmy's side. Lots of options. Yeah, because yes, wow. Especially with you can even have Balor and Priest on opposite sides too, with them beefing and going on. I can definitely see Priest getting put out of Judgment Day and have JD replacing Priest at that point, and have JD on Jimmy's side, or no, JD on Jimmy's side, and then Priest on the other. Like, it's so many things that can go down with a War Games match. But I got trust in Triple H. I know Triple H sometimes messes up, but I got trust in him.
He learned from his mistakes, though. He
does learn from his mistakes
over and over and over again. Just saying. That's why I like Papa H leadership. He
learns from his mistakes. Yes. He makes his mess up too, but he learns. So yeah, I cannot wait till SmackDown to see the the explanation from Jimmy as to what happened. I think they're having a segment called like Jimmy acknowledges the tribal chief or something like that. Which is probably, I don't know. I heard something along those lines. I think I don't know if I heard it from Raw or something like that they said that, and I was like, oh. I was like, well, that's probably what Paul Heyman put together, or that's what Roman is assuming.
I bet he's assuming that.
Roman is assuming that Jay is going to come and acknowledge him or something like that. And hold on, I got the clip. We got the clip for it. That Jimmy's gonna come in and just be like, I didn't say I was going to acknowledge you or anything like that. And Drummond's gonna sit there and be like,
no, I didn't. No, I didn't.
He said, I didn't put this together. I didn't put this together.
My tribal chief.
Yeah, whatever Paul Heyman does is money. It is. Paul Heyman is amazing. But yeah, so that's the big topic of the night was the Jay versus Uso versus Uso, the tribal chief winning once again, staying champ.
Forever.
Forever and ever and ever. Forever. Ever.
Well, yeah. So next week we'll recap what happens on SmackDown with what Jimmy says and where we go from there as far as Uso versus Uso. So getting into some more recaps, we're gonna go back to the beginning, the opening match, because Logan Paul said, "I need to get the fuck out of here" to join his brother. He showed up on time in his gear still. Showed up on time in his gear still, and that is Ricochet going against Logan Paul. They were trying to make it the match with the most viral moments, and it wasn't a lot of viral moments in this one.
Tribal Chief.
It was some oopsie daisies. They went viral for some of the wrong reasons. There was some hiccups, some mistakes, like that Spanish fly that they tried to do and didn't stick the landing. And so they tried to do it again. There were some other things as well that they tried to do, and it just didn't really go that well. It was a good match. Both Ricochet and Logan Paul are good at what they do. But we all knew that Logan Paul was going to win. Shout out to Samantha Irvin, though. Just selling the fact that she had to announce the damn winner. WWE loves to just throw her on TikTok, just love and I was about to say Twitter, the X. Just love to put her out there as her reactions and stuff like that. She had the quivering lip. She looked like she was about to cry. She looked upset at the same time that she had to announce that the winner was Logan Paul. Damn it, Pretty Ricky should have won. I wanted him to win, but I knew it wasn't going to happen. That was going to be Logan Paul who won. So he wins. He runs off. Don't know what's the next step for him, or where he goes from here. He'll probably disappear until either Survivor Series or mainly Royal Rumble at that point. YouTube Shorts. Yeah, they love to put on YouTube Shorts too. But this match was good. It wasn't as good as they hyped this up to be. I thought I brought into the hype. I was like, oh, they're going to do some crazy shit. They's going, like we saw at the Royal Rumble where they did the that crazy ass crossbody into each other. Yep. The table spot that they kind of messed up, but it still looked pretty good. I thought they would ramp it up from there, but they really didn't. Maybe this should have been like a no disqualification match or something like that to kind of like add a little oomph to it. But Logan probably is like, I'm not going to take that many bumps before I have to show up on TV at my brother's match. Way to disappoint us with no spot fest, Courtney says. Yeah, They did hyped it up that it was going to be a spot fest. I thought it was going to be a spot fest, but no, we did not get that. We didn't get it. We didn't get it as much. We got attempts at a spot fest, but it was it wasn't as good as they hyped it up to be. Devin, what's your thoughts on this?
See, that was a good point. It's a good sales pitch because he really sold me on the most viral wrestling match we're gonna have. Like I thought,
because we definitely are.
The hell? Nice. Hey.
He kills me every time he does that. He kills me every time he does that.
Man, like Logan Paul thought he was talking that talk, and you know he set the bar high, but it was underwhelming for what he set the bar high. You shouldn't have said it was going to be the most viral. Then would have been saying, yeah, it was a great match. But since he said it was going to be the most viral match ever, it was nowhere near that. It was one viral match. It's one viral match I could think of, but this wasn't it. But the match was, I liked it. Shout out to Logan Paul. This dude know how to play a heel, know how to play the fucking crowd.
Mm-hmm.
He has learned the craft of professional wrestling, and it's weird that he picked it up so quick.
It is weird
for this dude. Like, yeah, and then shout out to Ricochet for getting the spot for kicking off SummerSlam too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so shout out to him, man, to get this spot. Let's see what other opportunities he get. You know, and we shall see. But the match was fine. I loved the Samantha. Was it Samantha Irvin?
Yeah.
Irvin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like her spot over there, and Logan Paul like, say my name again, say my name. And she was just not having it, lip quivering, and he was like, no man, you said it anyway, it's cool. I was like, damn. I'm like, that's cold as hell, but it was I enjoyed the match. It was good first match to start off SummerSlam.
It was a good first match. Unfortunately for them, their most viral moment was the match that was the SummerSlam, of course. TK said, I really enjoyed this match. And he also said, was a human car crash. Yeah. Their most viral moments came the first time that they literally bumped into each other. Of course, that's what went over and over again. And they wanted to top it, but they didn't top it, of course. But it was a good way to kick off the SummerSlam. If they had not hyped it up as much as they did, I would have loved it even more. Next up, of course, we got Mr. Adversity, Cody Rhodes, going against Brock Lesnar. Yeah, that moment just pissed me the fuck off right there. Have to give the usual disclaimer, of course. I am the president of the Cody Rhodes Haters Club. So, you know, every time he is on my screen, I just got
hey.
Got another one right there behind.
I hate you. I don't even know you, and I hate your guts. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you.
Exactly. The things that they laid out for this man, I don't know what the fuck he got over Triple H and Vince McMahon that he is getting like the carpet rolled out for this guy. That Brock Lesnar, who don't shake people's hands, he rarely does this. I asked the Hubs, who is a Brock Lesnar fan, I said, has he ever did this to anyone? He said, I don't recall this ever happening. And this was unplanned too. So this was Brock Lesnar's idea, because Cody thought he was going to attack him again, which I feel like he should have, but you know, whatever. But yeah, after the match, shook his hand and then held up and then bro hugged him, gave him the bro hug, and then held up his arm and went, you know, all four sides to pretty much acknowledge Cody Rhodes, which is very weird. TK said, love that moment. Courtney said he earned his respect. I feel, yeah, I know he earned his respect, but it's just like the persona that Brock Lesnar puts on, and the fact that the last time we saw Brock Lesnar show Cody Rhodes respect on TV, he F5'd the shit out of him. It's just like, I had a feeling he did it on his own. Yeah. I wasn't surprised, but it's just like Street said, Brock is the GOAT.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is. He is that
underrated seller too.
motherfucker. He is. When he wants to sell.
Yeah, when he wants to sell.
When he wants to sell, he will sell for someone. That motherfucker's too big though. It is illegal to be as swole as he is. What's going on, Brian? Thank you for coming in. Acknowledge the bloodline, he says. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, this was another match where Brock was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. This is another I'm getting the fuck out of here much. This probably would have been the opener if it wasn't for Logan Paul. Logan Paul. But they probably did, rock, paper, scissors, flip the coin of who was going to go first. And Logan's like, listen, I have to travel for the UFC show. And Brock's like, fine. my match is after yours then. Yeah, but yeah, Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes. The match was very unique. Of course, Cody Rhodes went into Suplex City and everything like that. It was very unique. Brian Cook sick. We talking about the same Brock Lesnar who yes, the one-legged man down the fucking stairway. Yes, that same guy. All of a sudden, for this one person, not even for the Undertaker. You would have thought he would did it for the Undertaker. He fucking F5 the Undertaker damn near into retirement. Undertaker don't even remember that match. I was there. I saw that. He don't even remember that match. Yo, Brock pay for going second.
Just a bonus for that time too. Overtime, 17 minutes too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, he probably went to Triple H. It's just like, you better fucking pay me. I 17 minutes.
Oh man,
17 minutes.
I can see Brock saying this to Papa. Hey, she was like, "Hey, so listen to this. All right, so I was thinking of an idea, maybe 20-minute match within that time frame." And Brock like,
a bullshit.
oh man,
exactly. I mean, sitting there at like he got paid a lot of money for doing a 17 fucking match and going second, not first, because he's like, either I'm closing this premium live event. Excuse me, I'm either closing it or I'm opening. Broccoli, I wanted him to win. Brock better than
Of course.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, this is Brock is like, I want to leave. I'm not closing the match. I want to open. Fine. You want Logan Paul to open so he can leave to go to the boxing match. Fine. And then he had to put on a 17-minute match with Cody Rhodes, who loves to wrestle and do the underdog shit. So it's probably why Brock tossed his ass out of the ring. Because he's like, I'm not wrestling continuously for 17 minutes. I want a break. I need to breathe. What's up, Getcho? What's good?
What's going on?
So much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, I thought this was a very unique match. The fact that Brock Lesnar, that the adversity of this match was Cody Rhodes beating a 10 count. That's what the majority of this match was Cody Rhodes beating a 10 count. And then, of course, he had to sit there and really amp it up by rolling in at 5, rolling in at 8, and everything like that. Instead of using the full 10 count, as you should, each and every time. But yes, that was the premise of the match. Can Cody Rhodes defeat the 10 count? I don't know how many times he got suplexed. Normally there's someone with signs with a count so that we can keep count. Michael Cole wasn't even keeping count either. He was just like, he's getting slammed a fucking million times. Like,
just stay down, Cody. Just stay down. I am telling him to stay down, Brock. Listen to him. Tell him, Cole. Tell him. I was like, damn.
Michael Cole was like, stay down, Cody. Let's get this shit over with. Michael Cole remembered that F5, so he's like, he needs to stay the fuck down. Okay. I mean, should Brock Lesnar sit there? Yeah, I try. Oh, here it is. Brock Lesnar sitting there looking at Michael Cole.
Teach a man how to squabble.
Go like, stay down. Stay down, Cody. If you know it's good for you, stay down. Yes, props to everyone in the chat. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and interacting and everything. We haven't hit the tangent of the episode just yet, but I'm sure we're going to get there eventually. But yes, this match, it was the Cody Rhodes match. I am very interested. People want him to win the title so badly. Like I always say, the chase is much better than the reign, the title reign. I cannot wait for him to win the title. Sorry, Devin. I can't wait for him to win the title just so I can hear them same fans complain when he gets the title. And y'all gonna be y'all gonna have the same opinions I had for this guy when he was at AEW, that he is always an underdog. He underdogs it up, and he wants to be John Cena to a fan base that doesn't really want John Cena's. So it's going to be all cool and well that he is an underdog, but once he wins the title, you can't be an underdog as champ.
Yes.
You can't be an underdog as champ. And he's going to try to underdog it, and you can't do that. Just like how he did, because people got a little snippet of it at the Royal Rumble when he came in at number 30, and he was sitting there being underdog to Gunther, who was there since he was number 1 in the Royal Rumble. He was sitting there getting his ass beat just so he can hawk up and underdog it. So very curious to how people are going to respond to that. Black Hawks once swiped the Stanley Cup in 17 seconds, and Brock Lesnar held a chainsaw to Vince McMahon grapefruits and scared tons of extra cash for a 17 match. Losing to Cody. Exactly. This is a 17-minute match of him losing and having to put over Cody Rhodes. Listen, y'all know I have an opinion whenever this man is on the screen. It just you have to keep the character exactly. You have to keep the character consistent. Like Brian Cook said, this is the same Brock Lesnar who F5'd a one-legged man down a stairway.
Yes.
And this was a one shot. Like they didn't cut away or anything like that. He legit went down them stairs.
Beat the one-legged man in front of his mama.
Exactly. The same person. Getcha said Cody in the 10 count and Brock trying to hide his broke shorts was the highest spot of this match. Listen, Brock Lesnar sat there and he cursed out somebody. He was like, this shit wouldn't have happened if this went for 5 minutes, like I fucking said the first time.
Shorts ain't built for that.
The shorts is not built for no 17-minute match, okay? It was built for 5-minute matches. It was built 8 minutes tops, because we were surprised with that Goldberg Brock match that went 8 minutes tops. But this man is just like, yeah, here we go. He F5 the man on the ring pole in front of him.
Yep.
Same guy. Same guy.
I'm gonna show this man respect.
Exactly. I'm show this man respect out of nowhere. Out of all the people I faced, he didn't even show respect to Roman Reigns, and he'd been fighting against Roman Reigns for a decade.
Right, man. He put you. He was standing on top of you with the 1-up. I remember that.
Decade.
Couldn't respect that man. Couldn't acknowledge my tribal chief.
For a decade. But Devin, what's your thoughts on this match?
First of all, I love your breakdown. You're the only one who's hating on this handshake, because I can see your reaction.
Who's that? Who's that?
Yes.
I was like, oh wow, because I understood the story, the story they was telling. Brock throwing him out the ring like 1,800 times and telling him to stay down, and Cody kept getting up, and so I understood the story, and the finish was fine. Even the respect was fine. I like that. Shook his hand, gave him a little headbutt, bro hug, and lift up his arm, and that was cool. So I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet for this
one. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't. It didn't match. It don't match Brock Lesnar. And I was like, I could see if he does this with each person that bested him, if he did this with Roman, if he did this with The Undertaker, if he did this with people who he like really fought against, have feuds with, and was like, okay, you know what? You're a cool person. But the fact that we got this once in a lifetime moment with Brock Lesnar, it had to be with the guy who they consistently roll the carpet out for. Like consistently, they're doing the succotash Roman Reigns with this guy, and people aren't exactly catching on just yet. It's going to catch on, and I'll be here for it. I will take applications for the Cody Haters Club once y'all realize what exactly going on.
Ready for my application. I'm all ready, because if you're talking about beating my tribal, well, it's a win-win situation for me, because if you beat my tribal chief, I still win, because the fans are gonna be fickle. I'll be like, see, this is your guy. This is your guy.
If you could take
okay, you're not that guy, pal. Trust me, you're not that guy. Okay.
Exactly. Y'all not going to like it once he becomes champion, and then I'm very curious to how he's going to do. It's the same thing he did in AEW. The same thing he did in AEW. He wanted to be the baby face, the ultimate baby face. He wanted to be the underdog, which works in WWE, not in AEW. AEW, they don't want the ultimate baby face, okay? They're allergic to that shit over there. You can't do that. Can't be it. You have to be evil. You have to curse. You have to hate kids at a certain point and stuff like that. Like, you can't do that over there. So the underdog thing works perfectly in WWE, but you can't do it too much. And he's just like really underdogging it up. So I wonder what's going to happen when he becomes champ, if he's going to still, because he's going to have to change like his whole wrestling persona of this whole underdog thing, because that's what his identity has been.
It's going to have to evolve.
It's going to have to evolve. We'll see how it goes. But next up, we got the Slim Jim SummerSlam Battle Royale. We had a whole slew of people. People who he's like, oh damn, I forgot that they were on the roster, or people that WWE forgot was on the roster. And Courtney says he needs to be heel. He's never going to be a heel. That's what people wanted him to be in AEW. He refused to be a heel.
Oh, man. He's feeling himself too much. He is feeling himself too much. This is Cody right now.
I mean, they fucking love me.
That's what he's telling Tony Khan every single time. That is what he is telling Tony every single time he had a match. He is like, where is Tony? Yeah, I don't see it. I know there's a clip of someone say Tony! Yep, that's it. They love me. You hear that? They love me. Courtney says, I want Samson from Arrow. I said he could just be a delusional babyface. If he wants to be the underdog, he can do that. He could be like a straight up delusional babyface. Kind of what the New Day was when they were heels. They were a delusional baby faces sitting there and being straight smart asses to the fans, and the fans completely loved them for it. I was like, all he has to do is just be a delusional baby face, and they're gonna stop booing and they'll start cheering. As long as you're not addicted to people, ain't nothing wrong with feeling yourself as Mama Leah Prince. Yeah, he could just be a delusional babyface. But we had the SummerSlam, the Slim Jim SummerSlam Battle Royale. Definitely missed out on a mascot ringside. I guess Triple H was like, no more fucking mascots. He probably was done after the Cinemoji that we had. He probably was done. But yeah, we had a whole slew of people that was in there, and the match, the bell actually rang. And first of all, shout out to Senor Stinky, who is just the biggest fan of the surprise entrant, and that was Omos. We had MVP come out and say, you know, you can't have the Slim Jim battle royale without the biggest giant, and Omos comes out and had a good showing as well. So we had Apollo Crews. This is the order of elimination. So we had Apollo Crews, JD, Rick Booze, which I forgot he was there.
Ooh, yeah, me too.
Then we had Otis, Ivar, Eric, Shinsuke, Tommaso, Cameron Grimes, Austin Theory, who was in the Battle Royale. That a lot of people were that some people was upset with. Santos Escobar, and then we had Imperium eliminated. Senor Sticky had it. Yeah, Senor Sticky had.
I have my thoughts.
Time.
I have my theory who he is.
Ooh,
yeah, I have my theory now. All's coming together. It's all coming together now. Seeing the messages.
Like the anonymous GM.
Used to hate that shit, man.
And then we had then we had Ridge and Butch eliminated, then Riddle, then Omos, who was eliminated by every damn body. The Miz, Grayson Waller, Karrion Kross. And then we were down to Chad Gable, Bronson Reed, AJ Styles, Sheamus, and Mr. L.A. Knight. This was actually better than what I thought it would be. I thought it was just going to be, I mean, it was, the typical battle royale and stuff like that. But once we got to the final 5, final 4, I was like, how come we couldn't just have this as the match? Like, I get that you want to cram as many people in as possible so they could sit there and pay the people. This was the let's squeeze in all the people that we can match for the premium live event. But once we got down to LA Knight, Sheamus, AJ Styles, Bronson Reed, and Chad Gable, the battle royale just like exactly went up. Then we had Chad Gable eliminated, then Bronson Reed, AJ Styles, and then came down to Sheamus and LA Knight. And then in the end, of course, what everybody wanted, of course, in the end, we had Mr. LA. Got the win in the end, and then they released the commercial, an updated commercial for Slim Jim. As much as I do like Bianca Belair, I felt as though she did not belong in that commercial. I felt as though it should be simply LA Knight because he was like, "Yeah, snap!" It's like that is perfect. So don't know where we go from here with LA Knight. Well, no, we kind of saw him Raw. He is going against the Miz. I can't wait for that. The promo versus promo between these two, it was heated. It was hot.
They were both cooking. They were both cooking. Yes.
Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Exactly. Exactly. It was promo for promo between those two, and it was very good. So I can't wait. I hope this is an actual feud that lasts between these two so we can get more of the hot, spicy promos and shots against each other. But what are your thoughts for this battle royale?
Can't even talk right now.
I know.
Battle royale was fire. Even down to the last 3, you had Sheamus, AJ, and you had LA Knight. It was both doing just work. And then when it came down to the LA Knight pop, that's what like solidified it. When he was the last man and the crowd just popped all around and you just saw the reaction. And that's what I got out of it. That's why I got the joy out of it, seeing that crowd react. I'm like, cool, because he didn't deserve this. He earned that. All right.
Yes.
So
earned it.
Big difference. Earned. I'm like, all right, there you go. And then the follow-up with that, they're keeping this momentum going. Shout out to Papa H. Like, no, we need to ride this wave. Let's plug him into Raw. Holy shit. You see, I love the setup for it too. You see the backstage, Miz getting ready for his photo op. And a lady was like, hold on. We're not ready for you yet. We got the superstar LA Knight. He was like, what
is this?
Yeah, he was definitely in his feelings. Let me see. I got that clip.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
I was like, God damn. But it set it up perfect for the in-ring promo battle. And they was just, and I was worried for a second because I was like, man, because LA Knight, he is cold on the mic. I hope he
Mhm.
just doesn't just overshadow, Miz. But that didn't happen. They was going bar for bar, word for word. I was like, oh shit, Miz cooking too. I was like, oh man, you just a wannabe attitude star. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
You might have a
that
point
the
there.
Miz from the Smack, what was it, Smack Talk, where he was going,
2016 Miz. I
yeah,
never forget that year. 2016 Miz.
yeah, when he sat there and went toe to toe against Daniel Bryan and had him walk off, we got that Miz back. We got him.
You
He
think I'm
had
a
him in the
coward?
pockets.
You think I'm no. You had your chance. You think I'm a coward? It just destroyed that man. And yeah,
Yes.
Brian he cried when he walked off.
Yes, but yeah, great showing for LA Knight. Of course, it was mainly to get him on the card so that people could sit there and chant for him and stuff like that. But I'm happy for him. I can't wait to see what happens between him and The Miz. That we're going to have this great feud and great promos and all that other stuff between these two. I can't wait for it. Definitely needs to go against someone who can go against them word for word, because that's really what LA Knight is very good at, of course. But I'm happy for him. But up next, the match of the night said no one. Said no one. And that was the MMA rules match with Ronda Rousey going against Shayna Baszler. This was not as intense as I thought it would be. Okay. You can clearly tell that Ronda is just phoning it in at this point. I mean, her promos are pretty much
fucking damn ham a fucking sandwich.
That's where we at with Ronda. That is where we are at with Ronda. Shayna Baszler was like very intense and everything with her promo, and then Ronda is just like just phoned it in.
You just play that clip again.
Yes, just phoned it.
Fucking damn ham a fucking sandwich.
Like that is the definition of Ronda right there. When I saw that clip, I said that's Ronda Rousey. That is Ronda Rousey right there. The one person who should know how to cut promos, who have been in movies and all this other stuff, had to talk trash during, like, that's your thing that you had to do in UFC. You had to hype up the match, and you can't hype up the match. Couldn't hype up the match or anything like that. You had all this time to get used to the craft of cutting promos and stuff like that, and you weren't able to do it. And I had a feeling it was a letdown. Like, I had a feeling it wasn't going to work out because it was this MMA rules match. I was like, this feels like Brawl for All, ladies and gentlemen. This is giving me Brawl for All vibes, where we're trying to do something that we think we're being innovative, and the fans are like, you know what? I came here for a wrestling match. If I wanted to see MMA, if I wanted to see anything else, I would have followed Logan Paul to go watch his brother. Okay. Now they got tickets for that instead. So the match wasn't intense because it's MMA. It's a lot of holds. It's very slow. And we done had 3 matches that kicked off SummerSlam that was a bit fast paced. It was intense and stuff like that. And then we come down to what should have been an intense match, and it really wasn't. I feel like it wasn't like the feud that it should have been a lot more it should have been a lot more intense for the match, and it really wasn't.
Trash.
It was trash. I thought it would be a lot better. Like, it was a few spots where it's just like, okay, like, we're really starting to pick up. But it really didn't work out at all. It really didn't work out at all. There's like a kick that that Ronda did to Shayna Baszler that looked good and stuff like that. And then the finish was just like Ronda passing out, of course. And then Ronda started to make that face where she's like, y'all really booing me at this point. I mean, they thought this was going to be a good match. WWE thought that the fans were going to like this MMA rules match. There was a clip of like massive exodus of people going to the concession stand in the bathroom, wherever they was going. They were not staying in their seats, and they unfortunately used this match as the bathroom break. I mean, it was pretty much exactly what happened with this match.
Yeah.
Brian said Baszler facing Rosley is like Leatherface taking one of those hooks and gutting a fish. Let her go back to UFC where she will get works like a part-time job again, even with Nunes retired. Courtney says it's like the slow jam we never wanted. Brian said Queen just killed.
You did. You ended her.
Or that she's all she's gonna do is like make that face of every time watching this match is the same as watching the Chicago Bears.
Oh man,
he sucked. Oh no! Here go Brian. Get your watch a dirty mouth. If you're a Packers fan, you should speak galactic shitless.
It's going down in the chat.
It's going down. You done brought the Chicago Bears into the chat, Kitchell. We got some Chicago people here who is not appreciating that comment. Not me. Okay. But yeah, we got some people in the chat in here who are not appreciative of that comment. But yeah, this match was no bueno. They could have made it as a fight pit. They could have intensified it or something, or just make it a simple wrestling match and just make it more intense. They could have made it a submissions match or something like that, but at least something so as that it's not like hold and then 10 second of them just doing this and then hold and then another 10-second shadow boxing at this point. It's like when the Power Rangers go against the putties and you see the putties standing there and it's like a cool 2 minutes before any action happens. That's exactly what we had here.
They're going like left to right.
Exactly what happened here. Devin, what's your thoughts on this?
Oh man, this match
shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
It was trash. Just trash. I got okie doke with that goddamn video cinematic, great production of emotion driving this narrative that this shit sucked.
Give me a hell yeah.
Just garbage. Don't choke on your food. But it was garbage. And yeah, the mass exodus, it was a reason. It was a reason.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
That Stone Cold part, that's what the producer or writer said when they was like, yeah, MMA rules match. And he probably went back there, hell yeah. And everybody just looked at him.
Like, man, the fans, they're gonna love this.
We? We.
Yeah, that's how they left.
For that too.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
We stay ready with the clips over here. But yeah, the story before this match was fire. I gotta clarify. All right, the story before this match was fire. Like the video on Monday they shot, I was like, holy shit. They was both in their feelings. You saw the emotion. They both tearing. I'm like, all right, cool. They definitely setting this up, but the execution was flawed.
Yeah,
it was. I was like, bro, this
shit ain't gonna work.
Exactly. This was like selling a lemon car, you know. This is like being sold a lemon. They hyped it up and everything like that, and you go sit there and turn the key, and the bitch doesn't start at all. Exactly. People, the chat's loving the clips. Will never get old, said Brian, and Getcho said, not the Uncle Phil.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yes, this match was no bueno. I hope they learned their lesson. Whoever the person behind the idea or producer needs to watch the Brawl for All, because not the whole thing, but just that Brawl for All where Butterbean comes in to go against Bart Gunn. Just watch that, and you'll see.
It was stupid, and then they should have learned from this. It was because it was garbage.
Oh, call declined. Embarrassing.
Exactly. Yeah, this was not good at all. But yeah, this was the bathroom break match.
Yeah.
Some of us on the watch along decided to re-up on drinks and everything like that.
I think I left too.
I
Women's wrestling. Women's wrestling.
At this point.
Yeah, it was
sat
it
there
was
and checked the phone and everything like that. At that point, it was no bueno.
Check the Slack chat.
Exactly. It was not good at all.
I gotta play this clip one more time because this shit killed me. And yeah, because this is RIP to Ronda's career. No more of these goddamn promos from Ronda Rousey.
Yes,
because the shit is trash. She tried to talk.
Fucking damn ham a fucking sandwich.
Look at
Brian. That match was like having a one-night stand for a hot woman at a motel. She turns to the decrepit zombie lady from The Shining.
Oh no! Oh no! No! Oh man!
This was one of those, definitely a the video package was better than the match. Yeah, I know 10 years from now they're going to edit the hell out of this match. Whenever they do the Ronda documentary, they're going to edit the hell out of this match, and they're going to make, they're going to show the clips of the fans cheering, but it was actually fans cheering for Cody or something like that. They're going to
or a previous SummerSlam.
Exactly. But yes, if you guys did watch the watch along, or you can go check it out. We did do a na hey goodbye for Ronda. It was almost like Money in the Bank, where we just broke out into a chant. Everyone joined, and we're all in sync and everything. But yeah, R.I.P. to Ronda's career. But I have a feeling she may show up for Mania, and then I don't know how long her contract is good for. But yeah, she just go ahead back to UFC, girl. Nunes has retired. You're free. You're safe.
You're good now.
You're good now until the next person comes up, and then whack you silly, and then she'll be back to WWE in no time.
Why she come back to UFC, then Nunes come back. This Ronda.
Oh. Fuck all that.
She gonna be coming back. She's gonna be like, Papa H, I can come back. I can do this again.
In the whole WWE universe.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I ain't trying to hear that.
Exactly. But we're done with that match, as should WWE. But after that, and we saw Ronda is now going against we saw Ronda Rousey. I mean, Shayna Baszler is now going after Becky Lynch and Zoe Stark. So happy to see the Queen of Spades return and everything like that. So next up, we have the Intercontinental Championship. We got Drew McIntyre going against the Ring General, Gunther. First of all, this was a pretty good match. Chopped beef. People getting Chop City. They need to come up with something for Gunther. Chop City or something like that. Chopping meat. Somebody got to figure it out. Somebody from the IWC can figure out a name for it. But yeah, Gunther went ham. This was a hard hitting match. As you see, Gunther is putting people in Suplex City too. He could do it too. He could do it too. But this was a good match between them. Of course, Gunther wins. People are thinking, okay, Drew, it's going to be time for you to turn heel and do something else. Courtney says Chop City. There we go. Yes, Chop City. Because Gunther is here to stay, and he is trying to be the IC champion.
Forever. Forever. Forever.
Exactly.
Yes.
He is out here to
On
beat the
point.
honky tonk man. I'm hoping that they will give him a celebration too. Like, let it all out. Give him the celebration. We'll have what's his face sit there and just do all the introductions. We need Samantha Irvin as well doing the introduction for him and everything. Just make it a whole spectacle. A whole spectacle. But yeah, 30, I bet it's about 30 days until he beats Honky's title reign. He can hold on to that title until WrestleMania for all I like.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
He can hold until
no argument on this side of the fence.
And
I
rock.
know something
Yes.
about forever champions. You know, I want Roman to be forever champion. Now I get Gunther to be a forever champion. Oh,
And we shall have
Exactly. Exactly. What's your thoughts on this match?
match was fire. It was violent. It was, and it went down almost that I thought it would down, but it was the moments that I thought Drew was going to have him. The back and forth with the chops. It was that one spot, he hit him with the Claymore out of nowhere, and I was like, "Oh shit, is this it right here?" But no, Gunther, he took those chops, took that finisher like a boss, and destroyed that dude. Get the fuck up out of here. And Drew was leaving.
You're gonna cry in the car.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
It was like my second or third favorite match. Yes. I already know my number one, but yeah, second or third.
Yeah, we know you're number one. What's going on, Moneymaker Chris? Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. But yeah, this was a pretty good match between these two. Can't wait to see well, no, we know what happens next. We had a number one contenders match for Gunther, and we had I forgot all who was in it, but in the end,
Chad Gable.
Oh, sorry, Fit for Boy, Riddle.
Yep, and Riddle. Yeah,
yes.
Riddle. I don't know
there
why, but Riddle. Okay.
Yes, Riddle. Just because. But yeah, we had Chad Gable who won in his hometown in a WWE match, something that we don't see that often. We do not see people win in their hometown. So I didn't think Chad Gable was going to do it, but he won. He won in his hometown in front of his kid and everything like that. Had a good moment with his kid. And so we're going to have Gunther versus Chad Gable. That's going to be a fucking good ass match.
Give me that. Give me that.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Let's go.
That is going to be a good match. But yeah, so I can't wait for that to happen. I say turn into a feud. Turn it into a feud between those two. But yeah, but you know, bye Drew. Go turn heel. Turn heel, you know, and start kicking some ass. Come in and just claymore somebody at a certain point. Because he returned, he came back, talked some mad shit, lost. And it's like, you know, I'm sure people are going to come up to him.
4K! How did they get you at 4K?
Like, you really lost.
You did.
You really lost. Courtney said Gable got kids. Chris Baker said that's going to be an awesome match. It is going to be an awesome match. That's going to be so good. So I can't wait to see that match between those two. Then next up for the World Heavyweight Championship, we got Seth freaking Rollins going against Finn Balor. Now the match was pretty good. It didn't really pick up until the end. Of course, Seth Rollins sit there and trolling just like he did with Roman Reigns, which I will never forget that moment. Him coming out to the Shield music with the Shield entrance, with the Shield gear.
Respectful.
Just pissed Roman the fuck off.
He was in the zone. I remember that. I remember that vividly. He just holding his title in the zone. Shield Hotel. The fuck he at? I was like, whoa. Yeah. I did not like disrespectful as hell, Seth. I'm hating on that.
But we had him once again. He was wearing the same gear that he beat Finn Balor with, I think it was. And that was the match that Finn Balor got injured. And he wore that same piece. I'm like, from 7 years ago? The man who has no fashion sense. Yeah, he be wearing the craziest shit. I don't know. Hey, that be him. But he be wearing some crazy ass stuff. I think he tries to go crazier each year. Each time we see him, he tries to go crazier. But this was a good match. Of course, it didn't pick up until the Judgment Day comes out. We had Damian with the briefcase. We had Dirty Dom, who is built differently. And then we have Rhea Ripley, which, of course, I'm under obligation to always play this every time we say Rhea Ripley.
God damn.
Okay. But yeah, they come out and they went and helped out Finn Balor. Finn Balor wanted Damian Priest to interfere and use the briefcase. But that didn't work out. And then Finn Balor wanted Damian Priest to cash in the briefcase to make it a triple threat match to help him win the title, which didn't make sense either. Then Damian's like, I'm not doing that. I'll send you the briefcase and you can win. And then, Finn didn't realize the briefcase was sent in, but Seth saw it. So Seth did the stomp on Finn Balor on the case. Seth Rollins won 1, 2, 3. And we, of course, have now the new image that people are going to be using now on the X and social media. And that was Damian Priest. Like, that was the face people made during the Ronda Rousey match, by the way. But yeah, we had Damian Priest sit there and just like, really? All that? You did all that, Mr. No Carbs? All that, and it didn't even work out. But what's your thoughts on this match?
This match was another one that I had on my books that I made note because I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the troll because as soon as the match started, Seth threw the jacket into Finn Balor's face. And Finn was like, what?
Oh. Fuck all that!
And just came up and hit his ass. I was like, whoa. So this match was fire. The match, even Judgment Day, Dominic, seeing Rhea, and then when Dominic got hurt, seeing Rhea getting distracted by that, got to take care of her man. It's like she was consoling this man. That's all she was focused on. She was focused on nothing else but Dirty Dom. I was like, all right, respect to that. And then Finn, miscommunication. He don't know what he want. Hey, don't cash in, but do cash. Hey, how about cash in, but help me? I was like, what? This don't make a lick of sense. He all over the place. And that's what happened. And then shout out to Seth, fashion choices, because it's, his fashion choice is hard to describe. This is like the fans trying to describe his fashion choices.
Fucking, damn, ham, a fucking sandwich.
But yeah, the match was fire though. Where do you go from here? I think Finn is done with the world. Maybe, I take that back. Payback, man. Mm-hmm. They're on the cover of Payback. So we'll wrap this up, and Finn he's not getting the belt. He's done. You're done with the world title. I see who they're building with. It could be Dirty Dom. They're setting him up. They're testing him out NXT. I see that. He's getting ratings. He's a draw. He gets the most heel heat in WWE. It's insane. You know what I'm saying? I put him at 1B. You know, when it comes to Heel Heat 1A, of course, Tribal Chief right behind me. But 1B, you know, it's nothing. It's still to be proud about. But that's what I see. He's going to be the next one to take that title off of Seth, and then everybody's going to start bitching again, which I can't wait for that.
Exactly. I feel like they're going to do one more thing at Payback, and then Finn's going to be done, and then it's going to be. I feel like the change with Judgment Day. JD is going to interfere with. JD is going to interfere with Judgment Day. He's going to eventually replace Priest, and then that's where we go from there. Do you think he steals Becky's clothes? I don't know. I think he just goes to the Cirque du Soleil store or something like that and get one of their costumes. Because what he be wearing is like straight crazy.
Man, I just thought of a clip for that now. I'm about to write that down. I just thought a clip for him. Oh man, I'm so ignorant.
Good.
I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna get that clip. It's gonna be a good one.
Stay tuned for the clip that comes.
Seth. Yep. Seth fast choice.
Stay tuned. But but Finn is trying to win that title so bad that he is willing to just let Damian the cash in just to sit there and help him. I'm sure afterwards Finn Balor's probably.
Oh man, you're just ruining it. Look at my lips. You're ruining it. Ruining.
Verbatim like that. Saying that to Priest.
Damian's getting kicked out of the group. Yeah, I think so. I think replace Priest with JD. I think Damian can get turn face and get the turn face and get the support of the fans and everything like that, and then go from there. Because I need JD in the Judgment Day. Him and Finn Balor. Because I seen JD in NXT, and that man can sit there. He can do some crazy shit. Can't wait for it though.
JD McDonough.
Yes, JD McDonough. Can't wait for it. Thank you, Fast Cash. Y'all make sure y'all support the First Lady. I don't know where we'll be without her. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. But next up we have for the women's triple threat match where the champion was, not even important in the feud. And that is Asuka going against Bianca Belair versus Charlotte Flair. First of all, Asuka wasn't even the one to come out last. They had Bianca come out last because they wanted to do a product placement. They wanted her to pose with the product. Which y'all could have just said this match is brought to you by said product. And had the shit on the Titantron and all that stuff. And instead, y'all was like, no. We're going to have Bianca come out with the product, which she could have done. She could have came out second and still posed with the product. I still don't get why she came out last, but the disrespect to Asuka is just crazy. I thought that Papa H will book her better than the way that she has been booked. But we have not seen that. We have not seen that at all. So instead, she came out second. We had Bianca come out last. With the product placement, the disrespect to my girl Asuka. I know, and I was hoping that this go around would be better because she is the evil. Like she's like right there to the psycho clown persona that she had, but nope, we did not get it. Charlotte Flair, loud as fuck, calling out the spots. Come here, do it again. No, we got to go over this way. I heard her say that part. No, we got to go over this way to Asuka because they had to line up for
one more time.
Line up for the splash. It's just like, damn, John Cena. Like, we need to, like, you have to learn to lower your voice. There are mics near the ring. We could hear you. Get just said the product placement kind of overloaded at times. It is overloaded at times. Like that bad boy it's getting there with the product placement stuff. Like we get it. You're about marketing and stuff like that. You want to sell it. I'd rather you sit there and do what y'all did for Snickers and say that it's brought this match is brought to you by such and such, and put on Titantron. Just do what AAA does. AAA will have it on the Titantron from time to time. Well, they have it on Titantron the whole time. But you just throw it on Titantron from time to time and then have the camera, boom, hit the shot with the facing the Titantron. Why can't we do that? You know, or just put it on the LED board and stuff like that they like to do from time to time. Like, why do we have to have Bianca Belair come out and Vanna White the product during a triple threat match? That's something I expect Tony Khan to do. I expect Tony Khan to do that with the women's division. Just go out there and just pose with the product. But instead, we get Bianca Belair posing it in the during the entrance of her match. I'm like, they better get that shot. They better have the perfect picture when she did that. But yeah, Charlotte with the loud spots. Shout out to Bianca Belair for selling the hell out of that knee. She needs to get into acting because she got me. She got a lot of people.
I think she got the whole crew, right?
Yeah, she had all of us. The way that, she had the hurt knee from the get-go, she was selling it. And then the spot where Charlotte tossed her over the rope and she went down to the ground. She hit the steps and then started screaming, like scream queen, like in the middle of a damn horror movie, and was sitting there crying and everything like that. Sold it perfectly well. I mean, she had me until they started going down the ramp and the camera was still there and everything like that. That's when I kind of was like, okay, I see that we're selling it. Like, yes, Bianca is the GOAT. Like, she gets props for that one. She had a lot of people fooled into thinking like she legit hurt her gear, her knee. Belair gear was fire. Yes, she always had fire gear that she makes herself. I'm waiting for her to drop the fashion line, which I know we're not going to get anytime soon. But but still, she sold that knee so well, thought that it was legit until I was like, oh no, it's a work. And she came back and did a 450 splash because she was looking back and she saw that Charlotte had Asuka in the figure 8. She came back on a bad knee and did a 450 splash. And it was a nice size distance, too, that she had to cover. And then we had Charlotte, who did the figure 8 on Bianca. Asuka came in and gave the miss to Charlotte. And then we had Asuka, who tried to pin Bianca, but Bianca was able to reverse it and then pinned Asuka while she was in the figure 8. And now, as you see, we had Bianca Belair who won, which a lot of people was not happy about. A lot of people was not happy about this. But before we get into the next part, what is your thoughts on this match?
Ladies wrestled a very crisp match outside of Charlotte calling out the moves, but props to Charlotte because if she called this match, that was her. She led this match. This is why the reasons she is the queen. And she was leading the ladies. Hey, so this wasn't Bianca. This was, behind the scenes. I say, like, oh shit, this is her. She's orchestrating the match. But just use your 6-inch voice. All right, just whisper, baby whispers next time. We'll, hopefully, you fix on that. But fire match, man. Bianca scared the Evan living shit out of me when she fell and hit her knee on the staircase, and she instantly yelled and started crying right behind. I was like, oh shit, no, this looked legit. And then they helping her, and then when she started walking back and had a little pep in her step and did a fucking 450 in a damn near in the middle of the ring too. So I was like, hold on, they gonna have to like wiggle a little bit over or something like that, because ain't no way she can clear that. But hey,
gotcha.
Got me.
What she did.
Right, fooled me. So props to the ladies doing the damn thing. The disrespect for Asuka continues. Like, damn, even on the graphic, she's in the back, not in the middle with the championship. Bianca, so that pretty much tell you she is still their cash cow. They are still going with her as the face of the women's division. So that ain't gonna change. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well live with it, but They need to rectify what is going on with this Oscar, because that title reign was weak as fuck. It is decided.
Yes. The title reign of it was very weak. I mean, people are pretty much.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
That's me when Tribal Chief wins every time.
Like, I mean, I'm very sure we'll probably get a clip that when Bianca Belair won that title, some people will.
Shit.
That was somebody's reaction. That was somebody's reaction when she held that title up. They need to let Asuka turn into Kana. I wish they need to let Asuka to just go out. Like, I don't understand why Papa H isn't letting it happen, because she had an amazing run in NXT. So I'm not understanding why it's not crossing over now that he is in charge of creative. I guess there will be a dirt sheet out there that say actually it was Vince's idea.
It was Vince
For
creative.
her title run to be like this, and for Bianca to win the championship. But before people sat there and started, lighting up their torches and everything like that, we had somebody's music. Okay, we had Io Sky. I was about to call her Io Shirai. Io Sky's music hit, and she comes out, her and Bailey. She gives the briefcase to Bailey. Bailey, swap Charlotte with the briefcase, and then the same thing to Asuka as well. They come in. She tried to hit Bianca with it, but Bianca ducked it, and then Io took the briefcase, hit Bianca's knee, and then turned around to Jessica to cash it in. And shout out to Jessica, the referee, for the fastest cash in WWE history. Okay, because what we have been seeing for all these years, every time there's a cash in, these referees be
fucking damn ham a fucking sandwich.
That's exactly how the referees be. You want to cash in? Is this a briefcase? Are you about to travel? You want to cash this in? Are you sure? Are you sure you want to cash it in? This reminds me of when I think it was Carmella who wanted to cash in, and it took her a good 5 minutes for that ref to actually cash in. But shout out to Jessica. She took the briefcase and immediately went over to, I think it was Mike, went over to him and was like, hey, she's cashing in. Call it. By the time he was done saying that she's cashing in and the bell rings, Jessica was already in the ring, ready for the match to begin. So shout out to her for understanding the assignment and knowing what to do whenever someone gives you the Money in the Bank briefcase. Immediately do your job, hand it over to the announcer, say she's cashing in, and then run back to referee the match.
No wasted motion. No wasted
time.
Yes.
And Io did not waste her time. She was waiting for the bell to ring so she was already on the top rope, sat there, did the moonsault, got the count 1, 2, 3, and we got ourselves a new champion. And shout out for this, because we had the introduction of Damage Control a year earlier at SummerSlam, and then now we have them back together again, because we had Dakota Kai, who was there, and she actually mentioned during her stream that she was called, I think the day before or that day, hey, we need you here, we need you in Detroit by 6:00 or something like that. And she was able to get a flight somehow, and she made it in like during Gunther's match or something like that. So she just made it in. Yes. Just made it in. So happy for them that we're actually going somewhere with this trio. But we have Io Sky as the new champion, and I am so happy for it. But what are your thoughts on this match?
Love the cash in. I was hyped when it happened. I called the cash in for my prediction. I say EO is cashing in, but I thought it would be on Asuka, even Charlotte. But I didn't think about Bianca. I mean, when you think about it, it makes sense, you know, because she's the most over woman in the WWE. So you might as well get that Bianca rub. And let's see if this works. Let's see if Papa H is not going to waste this like he did with Asuka. So
yes,
Papa H. All right, just take your time, set up some stories. All right, maybe a little riff in the Damage Control. Let's see if we see a little jealousy between Bailey. That would be interesting too. But I'm down for this match. And shout out to Jessica for that performance of a cash in. You know what, Jessica? This is for you.
That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
The GOAT.
Exactly.
Of cashing in.
Exactly. Did an amazing job with that cash in. She really did. But I'm happy for EO that she had won the championship, and we'll see where she goes from here. It would be interesting to see if they're going to do the rift between her and Bailey, because obviously I would assume that she is now going to be more of a face than a heel. We'll see how they book her. But I can't wait to see where she goes from here. I'm hoping that Papa H treats her title reign important. Okay, please don't pull an Asuka on her, but actually treat her title reign as important. And I hope she holds on to the title for a nice minute as well. Nice minute.
Please.
But yeah, but that's our what were you about to say?
No, I was just saying, please, Papa H, just give us a good, healthy title reign. Lengthy and healthy title. I mean healthy. I mean good matches, good stories in there to make so she can make that title her own. So there we
go. But yeah, that's the our breakdown of the SummerSlam and everything like that. We talked about Roman Reigns and Jey Uso from the get-go. Had to get the big prediction out of the way from the get-go. But yeah, overall, SummerSlam was a very good pay-per-view. I believe I gave it an A+ or B+ at during the watch along. But the Ronda Rousey fight was the downfall for me. The Ricochet and Logan Paul was more hyped up as a match than what it really was. If they had just, went through the intensity between them two or something like that they just don't like each other, just didn't hype it up as this is going to be the most viral match of all time and all this other stuff, I would have liked the match more for what we got. Yeah. But overall, SummerSlam was a very good pay-per-view. Cannot wait for Payback as we are finally getting the Uso versus Uso. And we're going to see where Roman goes from here, as we will see him on SmackDown. If he's going to be like, all right, you guys got it. Bye.
I'm going to go rest.
I'm going to go rest.
See you at Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble or Survivor Series. One of them. I'm out. You guys can do it your damn selves.
Y'all got this.
I am not part of the Usos, so y'all got it from here. But what's your thoughts on SummerSlam?
Final thoughts, overall grade, still A+ because of the craftsmanship of storytelling. I always put storytelling over professional wrestling because you need the storytelling to enhance the wrestling, and that's what it does for me. So yes, and plus, Tribal Chief again, to stand tall. Who's next? Who's next?
Tiana, Khadijah, Lenny Carvel, him, her, him, bodies.
Who's next?
Exactly.
So A+ all around. It is decided for me.
It is decided. But thank you. First of all, thank you, Devin, for joining me on this recap. And thank you to the chat, the hot chat, for coming in and sitting there giving y'all opinions for SummerSlam and everything like that. But that's it for the Wrestlebread podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. Before I plug my stuff, I'm going to have the Tribal Chief of Podcasts and plug his stuff. Devin, where can they find you?
Bloodline Network.com. All right. You can find me and the family everywhere. All the content. When I talk about all the content, not just professional wrestling. We do gaming. Me and I'm about to say Tribal Chief. Me and the First Lady. I got Tribal Chief on my mind. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm apologizing to you. All right. I'm sorry. That's how much I love my Tribal Chief.
We know what's not on your mind.
Yes, all the time. Show up and win all the time. Yep. Tribal Chief. Yes. But First Lady and myself, the Destiny 2 with the Tribal Chief on Twitch exclusive. 4 days out the week. You can catch us. Catch me tomorrow. Gaming with the Bloodline. Destiny 2 with the Tribal Chief is going down. Might do a little bit earlier than my normal time, but we'll see. I'll let y'all know. But like I said, you can find all of our hot content, bloodlinenetwork.com/merch. And don't forget the merch too. All right, we got hot tanks. We got beach towels. We got coffee cups. We got mouse pads. We got pillows. We got phone cases. All right, we got etc. for yo. Pleasure. And thank you, First Lady. All right, you did a phenomenal job. Kill it with the clips. Ended Rhonda's career live on 4K. It's done. All right, it is decided.
Yes, we have ended Rhonda's career with just a few seconds from a little kid who just didn't know what to say, just like Rhonda. But yes, but thank you so much, Devin, for joining me for this breakdown of SummerSlam and your sermon for the Tribal Chief, of course, as always. But for those on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe as well. And like Devin said, check out the website, bloodlinenetwork.com. Okay, if you enjoyed this podcast, there's plenty of a podcast out there. Go to bloodlinenetwork.com. There's an amazing group of people who are doing awesome articles about wrestling, UFC, sports, entertainment, everything. Instead of going to all these different websites, just go onto one website, and that's bloodlinenetwork.com. A lot of awesome, great podcasts out there as well that you can go and check out, including not only just yours truly, but we have the Tim King Show, the AEW Dynamite Review. We have the Broadcast Podcast. We have the Universal Wrestling Podcast. We have the Tim King Show. We have Talk Rope Wrestling Talk. We have the Director's Cut. We have Get Off Your Chest too. That's one of our newest shows. So go over to the website, check out all the podcast shows, whatever show speaks to you, whatever vibe you like. Go check out that podcast, follow the podcasts and everything like that as well. But you can find me on Twitter at JDC137. You can also find the podcast at Wrestlebread as well. Be sure to click the links in the bio for all the socials as well. And just like Devin said, you can find me Late Night Gaming with JD on Mondays at 11:15 p.m. EST. So after you watch Raw, 15 minutes later, hop on the Twitch. I'm playing Last of Us right now. Yes, and I got my controller right here. I am currently playing. We got it right here. I am currently playing Last of Us on Mondays, and then Tuesdays, 10:30 p.m. EST. That's so after you watch NXT. If you watch NXT, 30 minutes later, hop on the Twitch, and I am playing on Star Wars Tuesday. I am currently playing Jedi Survivor, so hop on in. Even if you're not a fan of video games, still hop on in. I normally talk wrestling, whatever, and we go in there and have a great time as well. And like Devin said, go check him out Wednesdays and Fridays on Twitch as well as he plays Destiny 2. So be sure, like he said, also check out the merch, bloodlinenetwork.com/merch, to check out all the shirts and the merchandise that we got going there as well. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. And until next time, guys, peace. You're listening to the Wrestlebread Podcast.
With one beer.